Hey everybody, it's David here with Tax Growth Con, and I have one of our amazing speakers, presenters at Tax Growth Con here with me today, Mr. Michael Rozbruch, and he's going to share with us a little bit about what he does, how he helps people, and of course, what he's going to be sharing at Tax Growth Con. So welcome, Michael. How are you?
Good, David. Thank you so much for inviting me to come to your event and speak to your audience. I'm really excited about it.
Well, we're excited to have you, by the way. In the industry, you're kind of a legend. I hear a lot about you. I see a lot about you. So tell us what it is that you do that you're great at it, apparently. Let's hear about it.
Well, okay. Well, I'm the founder and creator of Roz Strategies, along with my wife, Rosalind, and business partner. And what we do is, I like to explain it like we give confidence to tax practitioners to go out and learn how to add, tens of thousands of dollars a month in revenue, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in revenue by adding lucrative tax resolution clients to their practice.
Wow. Okay. So tax resolution, for somebody who's not in that space, what is that? What specifically is tax resolution?
So think of tax resolution as financial planning in reverse. It's specializing in low net worth individuals, because when a client comes to you, basically a tax resolution client is defined as someone who probably hasn't filed in several years. The average non-filer for resolution is 4 to 7 years of unfiled returns. They're coming to you because they either have a bank levy or they're having their wages garnished by the IRS. And they're behind the eight ball. They probably owe anywhere from $65,000 and up. And our job as tax resolution specialists is to protect their income, protect their assets, get any levies released, get the bank, the wage garnishments released, and work out a resolution with the IRS, negotiate a settlement. And there's a number of different options available to taxpayers today to either reduce their debt. And when I say reduce their debt, there's programs that can reduce it to a fraction of what's owed, or to get on a monthly payment plan and get some of the penalties abated, basically get back on the tax rolls and become a citizen again, so to speak.
Well, you kind of make it sound like, and I've known some of these clients, by the way, they're basically people who are stressing over a lot of IRS struggles, challenges, and you're helping tax professionals figure out how to target that audience and actually help that audience. Is that correct?
Exactly. And these are a person with a tax problem, David, 99.9% of them are good people. We're not talking about people who are tax evaders and have money, in the Caymans or offshore accounts. These are really good people that had a negative life altering event take place in their life, like a death or serious illness of a loved one. A divorce, a nasty custody battle. If it's a business, they may have been relying too much on one big customer, and that customer goes belly up, and all of a sudden all their revenues dry up. Wow. So through no fault of their own, a lot of times people get behind the eight ball with the IRS, and I teach practitioners how to help that client get their financial life back.
Wow. Well, that's really interesting. And so you actually coach tax professionals. Do they have to be a specific type of tax professional or have some specific knowledge before they come to you?
No, not. I mean, what most practitioners get caught up on is the paralysis of analysis. They think that they have to learn everything on the technical side of resolution before they go out and market for those types of clients. Meanwhile, they already have the credential. A CPA, an enrolled agent, or an attorney can represent clients before the IRS, and they have the skill set. They've been doing taxes for how many years? 5, 10, 20, 30 years. What they don't give themselves credit for is they're afraid of making a mistake or messing up. But when someone comes to you owing, have 4 years of unfiled returns, owe $75K to the IRS, is being levied, there's not a lot of things you can do to make that situation worse. As a matter of fact, just by filing your power of attorney, you're providing immediate relief to that taxpayer. When people come to you for tax prep, they have to get their taxes done. Even though they say it's a voluntary system, that's kind of BS. I mean, you got to get your taxes done by April 18th of this year. When people have a tax resolution problem, they want to get it resolved. and they know they need to get it resolved if they want to, live like a citizen.
Yeah, I see this. Actually, we've had some clients in the past that have come to us with bank levies, demand letters, wage
Yeah.
garnish. That's pretty serious stuff. So what are you going to share with us at the event? What are you going to talk about at Tax Growth Con?
So at Tax Growth Con, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a presentation on, I haven't come up with the title yet, but I think it's going to be the 7-figure tax resolution practice blueprint. And I'm going to give your audience some tips and strategies they can use out of the gate to attract these types of clients. As a matter of fact, David, most of the audience there already have cases worth $5,000 right in their database, and they don't even know it.
Wow.
And I'm going to show them how to unearth that and bring that up to the surface so that they can immediately start, bringing some revenue in on tax resolution clients.
Awesome. So basically an action plan to make 7 figures in the tax resolution space, working with some things that you've already done. You know all the secrets. I mean, you've been doing this for how long again?
Well, I started in 1998. I was one of the pioneers in the industry. By the way, prior to 1998, there was no tax resolution industry. When Clinton signed the Tax Reform and Restructuring Act in 1998, that gave rise to appeals and collection due process hearings and the National Taxpayer Advocate and the Offering Compromise Program. Prior to that, it was the wild, wild west. I mean, if you owed the IRS, you were in big time hurt prior to 1998.
And that's kind of interesting because I hate to downplay it because I don't like to downplay, the tax profession in general, but I think a lot of the memories of the IRS being super bad people, going to break your legs kind of was prior to 98, right? Because that's how it was.
It was prior to 98, but I got to tell you, there's some rogue revenue officers still around that will make your client's life and your life miserable if they can. That's why, I love tax resolution because as a non-attorney, I got to practice law. Even though you're in the civil arena, you don't go to court or anything like that. You can use their rules and regulations and the Internal Revenue Manual against them because they don't follow their rules. They do not follow their rules. So I would hold their feet to the fire and make sure they did what their Internal Revenue Manual suggested they do.
Would it be fair to say that most of these, I guess the interpretations are really just a bully tactic to get their money? I mean, to get more money, would you just say that's probably what it is?
Yeah, that's it. And you know what? I got to tell you, though, a revenue officer in this country has more power than the U.S. president. I'm serious, because the president can't go ahead and garnish somebody's wages. Think about this. They can't garnish someone's wages go into a bank account without a court order. The IRS is the only creditor on the planet who can go into your bank, garnish your wages without a court order. I mean, think about that for a second. That's why I say that a revenue officer has unbridled power, but it's our job as practitioners to represent and defend our clients in front of the IRS. And you can do it, and you can do it very well, and you can make a very healthy living doing it.
Wow. Well, I'm excited to have you, man. And thank you so much for sharing this with the audience, because I'm sure you're going to pick up a lot of new and amazing people at this event by working with you and learning from your tactics and the things that you're doing to solve so many big problems. I think this is one of the biggest problems that most taxpayers face today, is just the challenges with the IRS. And if we can help them and help ourselves at the same time, it's a win-win.
Exactly. Well, David, thank you so much for inviting me at Tax Growth Con. I'm really looking forward to it. You're putting together a great slate of expert speakers, and I can't wait to be there.
Thank you so much. So if you're watching this, guys, and you haven't gotten your tickets yet, you can go to taxgrowthcon.com, May 17th through the 19th of this year, 2022. I promise it's an event you don't want to miss. We got great experts like Michael Rozbruch and so many more. Check out our lineup on taxgrowthcon.com. We look forward to seeing you. Get your tickets now before they sell out, and have a great and amazing afternoon.
Thank you, David.